the Blender Essential tutorial. So now we are on our chapter number 13 and here we'll be learning about this modeling options of extrude, inset and the knife. Okay, so here these are few of the basics under the edit option from where you will be able to do some modeling of your structure over here. So let's not waste time and let's get started. So over here, as you guys can see, now I'm here in the workspace of the Blender. So the first thing what I need to do is to edit or to understand and look about all that tools like the extrude, the inset and also about the knife one. So first we have to click on tab to go to our edit mode, and from here underneath, as you guys can see, I do have different kind of tools. Okay, and if I want to view these tools with their names, what I need to do is once I come over in any of this tool, here you guys can see there is an arrow mark. So what I need to do is I'll need to come here and I just need to drag this one to the left, and over here now you are able to see all the names here as well. Okay, so over here the first one is this extrude region. Okay, so over here if I click on extrude region, and now let's just zoom in over here into this particular cube, and now let's say I will come here into this particular vertex, and now once I click on that vertex I do have a yellow plus sign, and also over here I do have a white circle around it. Okay, so let's say if I want to change the vertex, if I want to change its positioning, what I can do is I can come here, click on this yellow option, and now you guys can basically move it. Okay, so over here you guys can see. Now again, I will just come here, select this one, and let's say I will just select this one over here as well. Now just left click on your mouse and just drag. If you want to drag here in this x-axis, you guys will be able to do quite like this. Okay, so over here you guys can see. Now if I just give this thing up a rotation, here you guys can see these vertices have their normal angle. Okay, so this is how you guys will be able to work with the extrude option. And now if you want to come here, and let's say from here, now what I'll do is I will just go back, so I will just delete this thing up. Okay, and after deleting, let's say if I want to create one underneath, I will come here and I will just click on this inside part. Okay, so come here, let's select this, and from here now I will be able to change it or basically change its angle. Okay, so come here, Control Z, and from here now you guys can actually make up a path accordingly using this white option. Come here again, let's select this particular part, let's come here, and you guys can basically join this vertex right from here. Okay, so again Control Z to go back. So I'll come here, I'll just click on Control Z again, and now let's just move out the angle. Okay, so let's come here, let's place it quite right here, and now the same way how you guys have selected the vertex, over here you guys will be able to select two or more path as well. Okay, so for that again I will just click on shift and I will select these vertices. So I'll come here, and here you guys can see I do have actually selected both of this angle. And now if I just extend the region, here you guys can see now you guys are able to select a region quite like this. And again the same way, if I come here and if I want to create another one over here, I will select this white space, and again with this one I'll come here, let's just create another one, and now with this white space I'll come here, and now with the white space I want to create one over down as well. Okay, so once you are done, you guys can come here, select this x-axis, and from here basically you guys will be able to change this thing up. So I will just go back again, and now let's click out this white space. So I will come here, go back, and now let's take this white space from here. Let's just choose it right over here, and now just underneath I will come here and I'll just place it quite like this. Okay, so this is how you guys will be able to use this particular bevel and basically create some shapes. And the same way, if you want to do it along one axis, Okay, you guys can just delete these vertices as well. So let's come here, let's move down the x-axis, and now I will just select these vertices, and now let's delete this one. Let's click on vertices, select this, click on delete, and over here also I will click on delete vertices, and now I don't have any vertices over here at all. Okay, so you guys can just select this, click on enter over here. Okay, so now if you want to select a face, okay, so let's come here and let's just select this top part over here, and now on top I will come here and I'll just select this face select mode. Okay, and now what I'll do is I will just select both of this part, and over here you guys can see I have just selected the whole thing around. So if you want me to actually change the x-axis, you guys can come here, and now if you just click on to this particular option here, you guys can see how you are able to extrude. Okay, and if you just come here, let's say click on this particular place here, you guys can see how you guys will be able to create a story quite like this. So you guys can come here, let's just zoom out, control minus, and afterwards let's just come here on top, let's place it accordingly, let's move the x-axis, and here you guys can see the rotation of this particular building quite over here. And if you want to make it up a straight line, in that case again you need to go back. Okay, then from here you need to make sure that you click onto this particular option. If you want to check it from all the angles, this is how you guys will be able to check it from all the angles. And if you just click on the plus option, you guys can just check and check all of these margins over here, all of these joints. So now over here, let's go back. Let's click on Control minus. And now let's say here in the extrude region option, if you just hold this one over here, you also do have this extrude manifold option. Okay, so if I come here, if I select this extrude manifold option, and now if I come here and if I try to increase it, here you guys can see you are able to increase it without any geometrical option. Okay, but normally if I come here, if I do it with the extrude region, so now if I just increase the space here, you guys can see that you do have a geometrical mark. But if I do want to do it without using the geometrical mark, in that case I will come here and I will just go to extrude manifold, and now let's just select this particular part. Let's go back, let's go back, let's come here, and from here now you guys can actually increase the size on the top. Okay, so here this is how you guys will be able to extend it without any geometrical manifold. And after that, let's just zoom out again, and here I do have another option as extrude along normal. Okay, so now if you come here and let's say I will just select extrude among normal, and over here if I do want to increase the size or if I want to decrease the size, I will be able to do that from here. Let's go back again, let's come here back, and now if you do want to increase the size, you guys can come here, select this, and basically increase the size over here. Now the same way, if you want to come here, let's say bring this thing down over here again, you guys can just click here, and this is how you guys can just bring this thing down quite like this. Okay, so this was about extrude along normal. And afterwards here, if you want to extrude individually, let's say I will just select this one. Okay, so let's come here, let's just select this face, and now I want to just select this particular part, and if I want to extrude, let's go extrude individual, and now here you guys can see how the vertices is being actually explored. Okay, so come here, basically select this particular part again, and now over here if you actually want to change this, come here and basically change the extrude option. If you want to take it inside a little bit, you guys can come here and basically take it inside. Okay, so over here you guys can actually get a better view. Okay, so from here if you want to do two or more parts, so in that case let's come over here, let's select both of this, and now if you just click here, okay, so come here, let's just click on this option, let's select this using shift. I will select this part as well, and now let's just move it along. Okay, so I will come here, and now over here I am able to move it along. Okay, so this is how you guys can basically move it along, and this is how it will basically work. Okay, so here you guys can see I am making this particular model using this extrude individual option. And the last option which I do have over here is, let's say I will just select this particular part, and now from here I will just click on extrude to cursor. Let's say if I want to extrude it all along right over here, you guys can see I will be able to extrude it quite like this. Sometimes it might be quite confusing for you all, okay, if you're using it for the first time. Okay, so come here, go back again, click on extrude to cursor, and now I will go to extrude region. Okay, so individually if you want to create a part in any side, you guys can come here, and let's say if I want to go only through the Z axis, I can come here and I can just increase it towards the Z axis. Let's come here, and if you do want to decrease the size accordingly, let's come here, click on this particular option. Let's go back. Okay, let's come here, and from here now, instead of this X-ray mode, what I'm going to do is I am going to come here and I am going to turn this basically off. Okay, so come here, and from here now, if you want to select this whole part, so now over here, let's just move these vertices over here. And now let's select both of these vertices. Let's click on shift. Let's select both of this. And now what you're going to do is you are going to extrude the region. But let's come here and let's go with extrude along normal. Okay, so if you come right over here, let's just go to this extrude along this particular part, and now I will first turn this off, and now if I just increase the size, okay, you guys can see how it actually looks. Otherwise, if you come here, let's say if you just select this particular part, or let's come here, click on shift and this part over here again, and now if you want to extrude this particular part, you guys can come here and basically clip click on this particular thing around. So using X, now you guys can basically see how it actually looks. So again, if you just go back, if you want to create it in a different way, go to this offset event, and now from here you guys can see this is how you guys will be able to create using this extrude along normal option. Okay, so the normal angle over here is basically the same, and if you want to come here and let's say if you do want to change it, so control minus to zoom out. Let's come here, let's just select this part, and from here let's select this, and you guys can basically move it along. So you guys can come here and move it along over here as well. Now let's go back. Okay, so let's come back over here, let's move the x-axis. And what you're going to do now is if you come over here, and underneath only you do have another option called as the inset faces. Okay, so again, if I just turn off the offset even, let's come here and let's select these inset faces. Okay, so now over here, let's say if I just select this particular part, let's come here, let's select the faces. Let's come here, let's select the faces, and now if you just move this along, okay, inside the white angle here, you guys can see you are able to make a part quite like this. The same way, if you come here, if you just drag, okay, once you're over here, what you can do is just drag on this particular white part, and this is how you guys can actually make some spaces. So now just keep it quite like this over here, and now if you zoom in, this is how the app's offset actually works. So you guys might be thinking you guys will be able to do this particular thing using the extrude as well, but here what it will happen is it will not create some extra spaces. Okay, so it will just give the cut over here. So if you want to see the same option over here again, let's come here, let's just move it in a different path. Okay, so you guys can come here and you guys can basically move it along all this path over here. So come here, let's just move it along. Okay, so this is how it's going to look. Let's click on X, and here you guys can see now you do have a particular design. So this was about inset faces. Okay, and from here what you can do is you guys can come here, and instead of offset even, let's say I will just click on individual, And now I will select this and let's just decrease the size. And this is how you guys will be able to decrease the size from here. And now if you click on outset, you guys can come here. And now let's say you guys can just decrease the size and you guys can actually use this one as an outset over here. Okay, so once you have selected this one as an outset, if you want to go to extrude option, you guys can come here and you guys will be able to extrude this thing quite like this. So now let's move this x-axis and this is how it basically looks. If you want to make other models, you guys can come here and do that. So this was about this extrude and the inset option. Now let's come to this knife option, and from the knife option, let's say if I want to give this one up a cut. Okay, so I will come here and over here you guys can see I do have a green icon. So I can come here and here I will be able to give this one up a icon. And once I'm done, I can just click on enter. And here you guys can see now this particular part is basically selected, and here you do have give a cut using the knife. So the same way you guys can come here and let's say if you want to create a circle or a triangle quite like this, come here and now if you click on enter, here you guys can see you do have the triangle over here as well. And now if you come here, let's click on alt. Okay, and using alt what you can do is let's go back again. And now if I click on alt and if I just click this particular part, and now if I just place it right over here and here again, and if I just click on enter, this is how it will basically give this one uppercut. Okay, so once I'm done, I can just click on escape. Okay, otherwise maybe I will be able to select some other parts over here as well. Okay, so now if you want to select the bevel option, you guys can come here and do the bevel option from here as well, about which we'll be learning in our next classes. Okay, so now let's just deselect this particular part, and here is the model which I had just made. Okay, and now there is another option under this knife option, okay, which is the bisect. Okay, so you guys can come here, select the bisect option, and let's say I don't want this particular part. Okay, so I will come here, select this thing, and now if I come here and before selecting the bisect option, what I need to do is I need to go to the select box and just select this whole thing out, go to bisect option, and from here if I want to bisect this particular part, okay, so here you guys can see you do have this particular option. So you come here and you guys can just clear the inner option. Okay, you guys can just click the outside option over here, so you guys can come here and you guys can actually select the fill option as well. Okay, so this is how you guys will be able to do the bisect. And now you guys can come down over here and you guys can basically check the normal, okay, the plane point, and also the axis threshold. So you guys can come here and this is how you guys will be able to use it quite over here. Okay, so if you don't want to see the inner side, you guys can come here. Now you won't be able to see this inner side. Okay, and now if you want to have this one a fill, you guys can come here and click on to the fill. So only you do have this bisection over here. And if you want to clear outside here, if you just move on here, you guys can see you guys do have a clear outside over here as well. But now if you want the clear inner and clear outer, this is how you will be able to view. If I turn this back off again, if I turn this back off again, now if I just click on fill, and now if I just click on clear outer, this is how it will look. And over here with this fill and clear inner, this is how it will look. And if I just turn off my fill, okay, so let's just turn off the fill. And here as you guys can see, now I am not able to see the fill right over here. Okay, so now over here, this is how you will be able to work. So now let's come back over here again. Let's go to my object mode. Okay, so let's come here. Let's go to the object mode. Let's just move it around the y-axis. So yeah, this one basically looks good. I hope you guys have understood this class on how you will be able to make this kind of model using the extrude and also using the inset, and lastly the knife and the bisect tool. So, yeah, I hope to see you all in the next chapter. Till then, take care and goodbye, everyone.